lovely people, I welcome you back to another lesson of our Excel training. And in this lesson, we are going to continue with our functions. And this function today we are going to learn is vlookup. Function we call vlookup. So please, I plead with you to subscribe to this channel, try and share our videos. You can post your comments, like us, so that we continue to bring you more. Support us, and God will bless you. Now we are going to use this data here to learn how to use vlookup, and it's a powerful function if you are able to use it well in your Excel training or in your Excel programs. Now, why do we use vlookup? Let's say, for instance, we have this data. This is the data of 10 students, their marks in the agenda, and we have another data here which has captured the scores of those who failed. So the pass mark was 40, so those who get 39 to downwards failed. So we're using this data to fetch for those who failed. So the names of those who failed, you can just come to this data, search for the person who got 10 marks. Let's say 10 marks is for coursework, so you can just click on the cell and just copy it and paste it here. That is just a simple way of doing it. But let's say, for instance, your data, your list of students is more than a million, or your data is so huge that you cannot go through one after the other and fetch the names of those who failed. Let's say in the university situation. So that's where we are going to use the vlookup. So the vlookup, the synthesis is in this way. We have the equal sign, which is the beginning of every function or formula. Then you bring the vlookup, you open your bracket, then you start with the criteria. The criteria will be the value or the cell you want to look for a value, or the cell you want to make as a criteria. So in our case, these cells will be that F3 to F6 will be our criteria. So that's where we're going to use the criteria for. Then you bring your comma, then you go to your column range, or the range. So the range will be where you are going to look for the value. So our range will be in this table, and we are going to start the range from cell B2 to the last cell, which is cell D11. Then after the range, you bring your comma again, then you check for the column index or the column number. So our case, the name is what we are looking for. So in the name, in the range is in column D, and when you come from B to D, you are going to get it will be the third column. So that will be the column number. Then you bring your comma again, then you add your false or true. I'll explain that one later. So now let's go straight to the vlookup. So let's select the cell G3, and then insert our equal sign. Then you type the vlookup. Vlookup. Okay, so we have a vlookup here. So the first one will be the criteria. The criteria is this cell. That's what you are going to look for. It's a sweet value. So you just click on the cell, or you can just type the cell name, that is F3. Then you insert your comma. Then you go to the column index, or the column range, the range that you want to select. So you click on you place your mouse pointer on B2, which is where you are going to set the range from. Then you drag to the last column, or the last cell. So the last cell here is D11. Then you release your mouse. In the case whereby the data is so huge, I prefer you to select the columns rather instead of selecting the cell. So let's try to do that. You can select from, let's say, B, and you drag to D. This one will be okay for you if you use that. Good. So with this, then you bring your comma again, then you select the column index. The column index where we want to look for, the value we want to look for is in column D. And D, when you come from this, you select it from B to D, so the range is from B to D. So B will be 1, C will be 2, then D will be what? 3. So you just enter 3, then bring your comma. Then with the force that I was talking about, the force is telling us that if the value that we are looking for is not in, you shouldn't select any value which is approximate to that value or which is nearer to that value. That's false. But if you enter true, true will tell you that if the value that you're looking for is not in the list, you should select another value which is similar or closer to that value that you're looking for. So if you use false, that's the meaning. If you use true, that's the meaning. But when you use false, you don't type false, but you rather type 0. And if you want to use true, you type what? 1. By default, if you don't type any number there, you just want to just don't want to type in number there, you remove the comma there, and then you close your bracket. By default, it will take the true. But if you still want to use the true or false, you just need to bring your comma, then you type what? True is 0, then false, sorry, true is 1, then false is what? 0. So we want false, so just enter your 0, then you close your bracket and hit on enter. Good. Now you can see that the value of 10, the person who got 10 scores is what? Is Gospel. So now if you have this value, you can just drag or you can just autofill downwards. So let's just autofill and see something. Good. Now you see that everything is working perfectly here. So 20, let's see 20 is for Francis, then 32, let's look for 32 for Clement, then Charles also gets this. Good. But there are some instances whereby when you autofill, you get error. Let me see something here. Okay, there's some instances when you autofill, you get error. So in that case, okay, let me use this one. So you see, when we are selecting the range, we select the column. I want you to teach you something. So let's go to the formula bar. This formula is not wrong, it's the correct and perfect one, but I want to teach you something. Let's go to the formula bar and then delete the range. I've deleted the range, that's D through to B through to D, and we are going to select the range from here, from B2 to the last column here, then hit on enter. Oh, sorry, you should have done it here. So let's do this. Then we select this range, then hit on enter. Good. Now let's try autofill and see something, if what I'm trying to see. Good. This is what I want to happen. I want it to happen. So you see that we are having an error here. This error, when in Excel, when you autofill, it adjusts its cells. It adjusts the cell referencing. That is when you autofill, or when you copy and paste. It's formless. That is, it will adjust to the new position of the cell. So if you don't want this error to happen, this is what you're going to. Let's select the first person, and then let's select the range. You select the range, the whole range. Then you click on F4. F4. There are some computers, the F4 must accompany another key before the F4 must function. Most of them, you have the FN on it. You can click on FN plus F4. Your F4 must work. Equally, you can add $sign before and after the column name. So you see in our case here we have B as the column name, so you see that the $sign is before and after the column. Then the same thing to D, the before and after. Then hit on enter. Now you can autofill it and see what will happen. So that now it is now working perfectly for us. So this is the case where we try to we try to correct the errors. But if you select the column from the column as I did earlier, there's a likelihood that you don't get any error. But if the error appears, try and do this one, right? Try and do this. That is the absolute reference. Moreover, there are some cases whereby from your data you're having two people with the same name on your list. If you try to use this vlookup, it will select one of them which may be the one which may not be the one you rather want to look for. So in this stage you are going to use something to come up in the vlookup. So from this data here, so that we have John appearing 2 but with a different age, and Ruth also is appearing 2 with different age, but we want to look for John with the age 21, then Ruth with age 23. So that's what you want to look for. So the first thing you need to do is you need to do something called you need to join the two criteria that you want to use. You want to use the name and the age. So you come to your actual data, then you click on the column. You will set a column before this column, that's B column. So you go to the ribbon and then click on insert. Then with this, you are going to use the ampersand or the end sign to combine these two cells. So you type your equal to, then you select this cell, then type the ampersand, then you select the other cell, then hit on enter. So you can now autofill and then it will work for you. Okay, so let's open up this cell a bit so that it's now adding the age to their names. Okay, so now let's go to our cell where you want to place our vlookup value. So hit on enter, then I type your vlookup, then you select your criteria. With this criteria, you're going to use two criteria here, not one as we did previously. So you click on this criteria and you're going to use the ampersand to join the both criteria. Then click on this criteria again, then bring your comma, then you go and select. But here you are not going to select from this column, you're going to select from this area. So you select from column B to the last cell, then you bring your comma again, then the column index you want this, so it will be the 4th index. So you click on 4th, then bring your comma, then you bring your 0, then close it and hit on enter. So now you see that the max for John with age 21 is what? Is 10. So with this, you can just go back to this and then make it absolute. You select the range, then you add $sign before and after the column numbers, that's the B and the E. Or equally, you can just select it and click on Ctrl plus F. Sorry, click on F4. Click on F4, then hit on enter before you autofill or you copy and paste to the whole cells. So now if you cross check, you see that Audrey is correct, 54. Then Jason is also 50. Jason is Audrey is 57 and Jason is 54. Then Ruth with 23 age 23, what is it? It's also 76. Good. So this is what is perfect. So that's how we map when you want to use two criteria. Okay, now the next thing we are going to do is one thing we call reverse lookup mapping. You see, previously we were using the IDs and the names to look for values to the right. We're looking for values to the right, but in this situation we are going to look for value to the left. That's where the reverse vlookup comes in. So with this we are going to insert a function called choose in this. We're going to, there are some instances we use match, but in this tutorial I'm going to show you how to use the choose function inside vlookup. Okay, so this is what you're going to, you select the cell that you want to place the formula or the function. You enter your vlookup equal to vlookup, then you now select your criteria. So this is the criteria you are going to use. Then you bring your comma, then you type choose CHOOSE, type your choose, then you select the index. So the index that you are going to use, these two index. There are only two index, so you start from the higher number. So if it is 2, that means 2 and 1. You count from the highest to the lowest. So by you place the index in curly brackets, 2, 1, then you close the curly brackets. Good. Then you bring your comma, then you select the range. So the range is A, column A. So with this you select from the column number. You select from the column number, so not the cell but the column number. So you select A, then you bring your comma, then go and select B again here, then you then close your bracket. So you must notice that the 2 here from the this thing, the index, the 2 here represent the first column, then the 1 represent the second column. So when you bring your comma and you want to select the column index, the column index should be from this index, the 2 and 1. So the value that we want should be from this column, which is what, A column. So the column index will be what, will be 2, because we use 2 to represent the A and the 1 represent the B. Then you bring your comma, then you bring your false, which is 0, then you close your bracket and hit on enter. You see that John is having the first value, so you just autofill, then you get the other values for you. So Charles, I think Charles is 8, David 9, and the crossword 6. Good. So this is the vlookup we're talking about. But there's one thing. You see that when we are trying to enter the vlookup, we just type them manually here, but there's a shortcut way which will not waste time here typing, and you just open the function dialog box. So you go to fx. So let's try this for the first one. Go to fx, select the cell you want to insert without even enter. Let me delete everything from here. Then let me do everything again. So let's go to the vlookup, the function icon there. Then the vlookup value, you select this. Then the table array is, you select choose. Then you open your bracket. Then you select the index 2, 1. Then you select the range, comma, this range. Then you close the bracket. This is where we ignored. We did not close the bracket here. Then the column index is 2. Then the range lookup is false. Then you hit on OK. upload, so that the one will come. Then if you autofill, you get everything correct. So this is how we use the vlookup function. So I'll end the lesson here. Please, I appeal you to subscribe to this channel. This is one way you help us, you support us. This is a free training, and with your subscription, your comments, your views, and even sharing our videos will motivate us more. So please try to promote us, try to share our videos, and God bless you. Thank you all, and let's meet in our next video. Bye bye.